Alright, I'm making this video to show you a couple of small but interesting details you likely missed while doing your side quests in Hearts of Stone. It's about the seemingly unremarkable treasure hunt not far from where Roche is hiding. The quest is called the Redanian Air Force, and all you have to do is loot a corpse and climb this harpy-infested tower to loot a chest. Nothing too special, but the backstory is quite curious. It turns out that the corpse we loot to start the quest belongs to this mad Redanian scientist type, possibly a mage, who rented this tower to conduct experiments on Harpies. More specifically, to breed and train a small army of tamed Harpies and then use them to support the Redanian war effort. It also seems he was rather insane, as he single-handedly caused the ruin of the nearby village of Hedel. You know, the one that is overrun by giant spiders? Well, while doing this Harpy quest, we learned that they used to have minor spider issues and they asked this man here for help. But because he did not wish to be disturbed, he decided to give them spider pheromones disguised as remedy to basically kill the poor people so they won't bother him anymore. Luckily, you can clear out the spiders, which leads to the place getting repopulated again. By the way, those spiders are extremely annoying to fight against with their hit-and-run tactics. Oh, and the scientist rented the tower from a man who's likely a reference to Donald Trump. He's actually called Ron Trump and is said to have been a prime real estate manager in Oxenford, Novigrad and the surrounding areas. I'm assuming this has to be a Donald Trump reference, or perhaps to one of his relatives. And sadly he was killed by the Harpies as well when he came to collect his rent. So back to the Harpies, they did indeed rebel against their masters. It started by pecking off 8 of the fingers of the man who was tasked to feed them, and eventually they broke out and killed everyone, which happened soon after the mad scientist was running out or running short on funds. And since he couldn't sell Ciri, he decided to get money from Radovid by dressing the Harpies in Redanian colors. And so another wonderful detail here, which I actually missed initially, is that all the Harpies, while not actually dressed in Redanian colors, do wear helmets. This was pointed out to me by a viewer called Little Fight Fluff 99, and it's great. Another thing I should mention here is that there is a single Erynias amongst the Harpies, and the codex entry for her is actually a quote from the sorceress Lytta Neyd, also known as Coral. She is mentioned briefly a couple of times in The Witcher 3, once when Triss decompresses the figurines, which Coral compressed.
The right flank didn't attack, and the sorceress was Lytta Neyd, known also as Coral.
And another time by Yennefer in Skellige. I think I included it in that video where you promise Yen not to drink, but you drink every time.
Geralt, I need you to be sober.
And there is also a rather sketchy fan theory that Triss is actually Coral. Maybe I'll address that at some point.
Must say I like the women of Skellige. It's as if each one would make a good sorceress.
Can't think of a single sorceress from Skellige, let alone a famous one.
Lytta Neyd, known also as Coral. Don't you remember?
Also, atop the tower, after you go through all the broken cages and nests and everything, inside the chest you find, in the end, there is a piece of the New Moon armor. And since I've been asked a couple times, I suppose before I end this video I should tell you where to get the full set. Now let me point out that there are few versions. There is a blue quality one, which is given to you as a reward from the heist quest. There is a yellow quality one from all over the place really, scattered across the map, but that one's not very good, so I won't bother with it. The one you want is found here, or at least one of the pieces. 2 more can be looted inside the Cursed Chapel, which you can visit with Vladimir's ghost. I showed that in my Details Missed in Hearts of Stone video. It's one of the creepiest places possibly in the entire game. You know, with the cursed mother and the wraiths of the children she killed. And the final piece is in this temple here, not far from the spider-infested village. The armor set looks quite good, especially if you want something more leathery and black. Also, even though it seems like light armor, it is actually medium. And that's probably one of the things that I don't like very much about it. I think the stats are more fitting for light or heavy armor. Whenever I personally use medium armor, I usually gravitate towards sign builds or bombs, although that's more specific to the Manticore armor and not medium armor in general. But perhaps that's a topic for another video. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've stumbled upon these things yourselves and if you know anything more about the tower, the harpies, the spiders and all that. Thank you once again for watching, thank you for your support, and until the next video, stay tuned and be good.